Race on Texas on demand here at the Lonestar Speedway. They'll have every thrill and spill, every burn and turn, every lap on demand on the raceontexas.com website by Sunday night. As Matthews is going to put the foot through the firewall, we are underway here on a dirt track Saturday night here in East Texas. Using an outside line of the momentum to the advantage. Josh Franklin getting the whole shot. Oh, and contact into 1 and 2. Oh my, and the car backs hard to the wall and gets a shot in the front end as well from Coleman. Oh my, he about ended up at Horseshoe Casino in Bossier City, Louisiana on that one. So lights are going to go back out. Josh Franklin was looking good up front, setting a torrid pace. We're back underway. So Franklin leads the herd off the exit of corner number 2, and then they're really going to go 3 different lanes wide off the exit 2. Shayna Clark way up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon, and she had to get off the top shelf there. 85 driving it back deep and to the inside. Hello, how you doing? That's pretty good. I thought that surely we were about to get some contact there, and they say 8 tires is better than 4, but he elected to go ahead and just use all 4 of his tires and not use 8. Riley Matthews in 85, showing you can drive these 4-cylinders deep into the corner and not push. That car just drifted right on through, never really upset. Once again, Josh Franklin out front. Once again, setting a blistering pace here at Lone Star, the first heat of the night here for the Love of Alex Stop Texting and Driving event. As we stay clean and green in this one, down the back straightaway, rolling through the center and off of turn number 4. Josh Franklin out front with a heavy advantage. He's got the keys on the counter of the Holiday Inn. He is checked out, and he's gone. He said, "We'll see you later. I'll be on the front row of the main event." And by the looks of it right now, his competitors may have an uphill battle chasing 0-1 tonight. That's why we race them all the way to the main event. You never know what's going to happen. So Franklin showing his stuff tonight. Matthews in the bridesmaids honors at 85. Click Coleman into the 113 to the 3rd spot. Shayna Clark doing a battle there to the outside of the speed plant. So David Corbello already showing Franklin 2 laps to go. It'll be 1 lap to go when he comes off of turn number 4 and sees the white flag in his face this time by in 0-1. So once again, Franklin out front all on his lonesome. Dirty Dancing out front in 0-1. 85 of Riley Matthews rides second with the white flag now from David Corbello. The 113 at Coleman still third. Shayna Clark trying to hunt him down and grab that 3rd spot here on the final circuit. She'll set her crosshairs down to the back bumper of that 113 for the final trip down the back straightaway. It looks like Clark's picking up the gap, but may not have time. The center of the hourglass is ticked away. Josh Franklin's already seen a face full of checkered flag. He wins the first heat of the night here at Lone Star. Matthews will grab second at 85. Once again, Coleman at 113 will grab third. Outside, 55 is Eddie Stewart. Eddie Stewart in 55. Inside of row number 2, the 17 is Caleb Stewart. Outside, it'll be Justin Converse, who's typically in a different universe. The Falk, Arkansas racer, I believe making his first, maybe his second career start here tonight. Finished second last night to that 12-year-old over at Timberline. Michael Smith out of Paris, Texas in 27. Ricky Howell in 37 and David Lamont in 32. 7 cars, 8 laps, we're underway. So Tommy Gooden going to get the whole shot into turns 1 and 2 here in heat number 2 for the front wheel drives. Justin Converse gets a good bite off the exit of corner number 2 down the back straightaway. He'll go to the bridesmaids honors in C49. So the Arkansas racer, the Razorback coming to the front, or trying to. Looks like the same exact agenda for the 27 of Michael Smith, the Paris Texan. Michael Smith's got a good race car all over the back bumper to the C49 of Converse through 3 and 4. A little bit of a bobble that time. Allows Converse to separate himself and set his crosshairs to the back of that Mitsubishi Eclipse number 13 of Tommy Gooden with the race lead. I'll tell you this, folks. Justin Converse, it doesn't take him long to figure a track out. He hasn't raced here much. Like I said, it could be his very first start. Won last Saturday night at Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood in his second ever start there. He's been one of the repeat drivers to find victory lane in this class, and here he comes all over the back bumper to the Tommy Gooden number 13 in the 3. He's about to say, hello, Tommy, how you doing on the outside? They're going to go side by side into 1 and 2, wheel to wheel, door to door through 1 and 2. Gooden going to drift up the racetrack, put some pressure on the C49. C49 smashes the loud pedal. He's down the back straightaway, going to nose ahead by a car length into turn number 3. Justin Converse from Falk, Arkansas, going to take the race lead on the high side. Using the high banks to his advantage in C49. He goes to the race lead and stretches it out by about 6 car lengths into 1. Converse willing it, dealing it, and he's killing it in C49. I'll tell you, track has got a lot of bite in it right now. So lights go out. 9 cars, 8 laps of distance. It's up to JoJo Wilhelm. He puts his foot through the floorboard. We're underway here at Lonestar Speedway in factory stock heat race number 1. They're going to go 3 wide for the race lead. They're door to door, wheel to wheel off the exit of 2. The Louisiana and Texan go at it side by side down the back straightaway. They're turn number 3. The Whataburger sponsor number 47X, JoJo Wilhelm, stuck right and glued to the midpoint of the off of 4. Paul Lopez going to use the high banks of the Lone Star Speedway to his advantage. He powers on that outside into 1 and leads lap 1, and they make contact. The right rear of the 47X wheel hops the left rear of the 5 of Lopez as one's into the wall there off the exit of 2. They're 3 different lanes wide back for the 5th spot as well. It's a dandy brewing up front here at Lone Star in heat race number 1 for the factory stocks. It's good. 3 wide into 1 and 2. Never count out the former ARCA Series racer Billy Mazzell, the Frankston Texan. Took quite a few years off from racing, doesn't get to race quite as much as he'd like to. In 2017, he's a hard-working man, but anytime he's able to strap in behind the cockpit, he makes it worth his while. One of the best to ever do it out of East Texas, as Davis was into the wall there off the exit of 2 in 91. The top 4 transfer to the main event. Davis has that spot right now in hand. Alex Williams looking to hunt him down. It'll be 4 in and 4 laps to go. Your top 3 cars. That trio has separated themselves right now, and Billy Mazzell's going to fire a bullet. He pulls the trigger. No blanks for 50, as Lopez is going to drive it back hard to his outside in the 3 and 4 and hold the 50 honest. Lopez says, "Get out of my house." Billy Mazzell says, "Nope. You're in my state. Go back to Louisiana." Paul Lopez always seemingly ran very well here in Kilgore, Texas. Never has won a main event here. As JoJo Wilhelm out front in that Keith Tidwell Motorsports RKT operating Superior Graphics Whataburger sponsored 47X Laser race car. He's got that PTS power plant underneath the hood built by John McElmore out of Minden, Louisiana. Here comes Lopez for the race lead. Lopez, after he got that shot from the 50 of Mazzell, lit a fire in the 5. What a race, Lone Star Speedway. What more do you want right now? It's a good one with the white flag waving by David Corbella. Who's it going to be? Wilhelm After Lopez led lap number 1, Wilhelms led the last 6. Can he lead the final one that counts? Mazzell's there. Throw a quilt over your top 3 into 3 for the final time. To the center point of 3 and off of turn number 4. Your winner of factory stock heat race number 1. For the love of Alex, jumping the 47X goes to JoJo Wilhelm. Second goes to Paul Lopez. Billy Mazzell will grab 3rd and 50. Tell you this, it may be tough for the rest of the competitors as Dwayne Pace is going to set a pace from the pole position in this one. But Langley going to try to keep him honest into 1. Pace slides across the nose of the 44. He checks the throttle and drives underneath her 3 wide. Oh, we got contact on the exit of corner number 2. Caution's going to have to wave. Rear-act and stacked. Original restart. Dwayne Pace going to smash it loud. Pedal off of turn number 4. We're back underway here at Lone Star. Donnie McBride Jr. going to throw his hat into the ring. He says, I'm going to become a player real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Derek Lewis from the tail. Around comes 1, but no harm, no foul. It looks like we'll stay clean and green. The green stays out. Donnie McBride Jr., the former Armadillo Nationals champion, going to throw himself into the mix to the inside of the 44 of Langley. Langley going to roll up into 1 by half of a car length and set his crosshairs to the back bumper to the 43 of Dwayne Pace for the race lead. Derek Lewis got the car cocked sideways at the midpoint of 1 and 2. Nearly lost the handle, but solid on the wheel, was able to keep it back straight and head down the back straightaway and hold on to the 4th and final transfer spot. Dwayne Pace out front in 43, sporting Old Glory on 43 tonight. As once again the July 4th Spectacular was rained out here at the speed plant this event. Now 3rd time's a charm. The first 2 times we attempted to put this event on, it's been unfortunately rained out, and we've had enough precipitation for 2017. She can go ahead and take a rest. Makes track owner's job pretty tough, and not only that, but prepping the racetrack as well. I feel for Sam Haverty and anybody that owns a racetrack anywhere in the country this year. It's been tumultuous as Donnie McBride is going to take a seat. Nope, he's going to keep rolling. As we are... Mr. David had already committed to throwing the caution. Folks like David Corbello are what's good for the racing industry. Drives up all the way from Beaumont, Texas here to flag week in and week out. Off of 4, the 43, Dwayne Pace with the race lead. Langley numerically in order, 43 in front of 44 right now. But for how long? Langley going to smell the back bumper to the 43 and pull the trigger into 3. I told you before this race started to keep your eyes on the Gladewater Texan, Derek Lewis. He's come to the 3rd spot all the way from dead last. The 98 likes the high banks tonight. And a push by Dwayne Pace. No harm, no foul. He gets the car straightened back out. Pace still with the race lead into turn number 3. Derek Lewis trying to run down the 44 for the 2nd spot. Can't get the job done. Here comes Alan Lindo, the Longview Texan of the 136. One thing that you got to love and respect about Alan Lindo is he'll straight up tell you that I don't throw my whole paycheck. He'll throw his heart and soul into the sport, but he didn't throw his whole paycheck. He gets the pride and joy out of running a little bit cheaper equipment, I guess you could say, and making a car that he says that, well, if I make it a main event, it feels like a win to me because I have about $2,000 total in my car versus some of these guys have about 15 grand. So Lindo's in the 4th and final transfer spot, this time with a white flag waving in the face of the 43 of Dwayne Pace. No problem tonight for the Henderson, Texas racer of the 43, Dwayne Pace, your winner in 43 in factory heat race number 2. Langley will come across 2nd and 44. Lewis from the tail to 3rd. Rose Bowl Speedway's point leader, T.J. Evans in 215. Justin Holt driving the 99X tonight. He's driving Moondog's car. So the White Oak Texan, Justin Holt. Inside of 4, Bo Perry out of Bossier City has a win at Arklatex in the Hill this year. He's got one at Lone Star in his career. He'll try to get his first one here this season. T. Ray Burkett in 333 and Jason Phillips round out the field. We're underway. And throw a blanket over your whole field into 1 and 2 on the start into 1 and 2. They're 3 wide for 3rd. Up in the loose stuff, losing some momentum off the top side. Joe Stone went backwards in a hurry there on the start, unfortunately for Joe Stoll. That car is not digging. Ricky Ingles leads lap 1, but here comes the 17-year-old Cameron Furr for the race lead. They're door-to-door for third, down the back straightaway, Stone into the wall. Look out, Joe Stone. Jason Phillips nearly got into him. Ricky Ingles going to lead the first 2 laps. 2 scored, 6 laps to go. Cameron Furr, like I said earlier, coming in here tonight with some momentum and some confidence after a strong run at the hill last Saturday night. Billy Joe Bruchin holds on to the 3rd spot as TJ Evans has the 4th and final transfer spot in the bag right now. But here comes Perry in 24. The Bossier City, Louisiana native Bo Perry in the Laser Race Car PTS powered red number 24. Getting some pressure from the 333 of T-Ray Burkett. T-Ray pulls the trigger down the back straightaway. That's the best battle on the speed plant right now. 333 and 24 going at it door to door through 3 and 4. You couldn't fit your hand between the door panels of the 333 to the 24 that last time by. So Ricky Ingles continues to lead off of 4 and 81. And only a 2nd ever factory stock start. Talked with Ricky last weekend after his victory in the limited modified division at the Boot Hill Speedway. Ricky very optimistic about running this car with big money on the line next week. As Ingles rolls off of 4 and 81 with a 1.5 car length advantage with 2 to go. Cameron Furr keeping him honest. Billy Joe Bruchin right there. Your top 3 separated by the same distance as they approach 3 and 4. The white flag will be coming out this time by for the Longview Texan and 81 of Ricky Ingles. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Push up the top side of 4, but it won't open up the door for the 1 star of Furr. Ricky Ingles, your winner of the 3rd and final factory stock heat. Once again, a great run for the 17-year-old Cameron Furr. Billy Joe Bruchin will grab 3rd. It was fun. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 10 cars, 8 laps of distance. The green is out. Nate Gaines on the loud pedal. Kelly Lockie using that outside line. That momentum works to his advantage in 14 as he grabs the race lead into 1. Last Saturday night's main winner of the Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood, Louisiana, the 81 of Ricky Ingles. Ingles has been bad fast all year long and finally cashed in on that victory last week at the hill. He's got 1 at Arklatex this year, as well as Denny G. Denny Gabar going to come to a halt of the exit at turn number 4 and will get caution. Kelly Lockie on the loud pedal. We're back underway in limited modified heat race number 1 of the night here in Lonestar. Ricky Ingles going to be a tough one in this one, as they're nearly 4 wide, way back there at the tail. But here comes Ingles into 3. He fires a bullet into turn number 3 to the outside of the Lonestar Speedway. Watch this outside line and see if it pays to fruition. It is not a big run there off the corner number 4 for the 14 to Lockie with the race lead. Mosley going to go around Gaines. Digging like Daryl Mosley is up to 3rd into the 9B. Looking good tonight. So Mosley's up to 3rd in his familiar yellow and black 9B. Gaines trying to fight back there to his inside. Can't get the job done. 1,300 to win on the line for the Love of Alex Stock Texan and Driving Benefit event tonight for the limited modifieds. Ingles doing everything he can to dethrone Kelly Lockie in this one. He's going to go way up top, high side hustling off of 4. And cannot find that front straightaway momentum, though, that he'd like to find. Ingles going to live or die by it tonight, way up top. Going to go higher than Willie Nelson on a cross-country tour. Ricky Ingles still not able to let it pan out down the front straightaway. That high line just not coming to fruition right now. You got to think, though, the more the modifieds get out there and kick that loose up to the center, and it'll move up that, not really much of a cushion, but it'll push the groove up higher on the racetrack and allow some more passing and that outside line to be at more of an advantage than it is at this point. So Lockey still with the race lead. He has stretched it out on the Wiley veteran and a long view of Ricky Ingles by about 5 car lengths off of 4. It'll be the white flag from David Corbello this time for Lockey. Kelly Lockey through turns number 3 to the center of 3 and off of 4. A face full of checkered flag for the B&W Cells. Number 14, Kelly Lockey wins heat race number 1, presented by Day Motorsports in limited action here at the High Banks tonight. Ingles Turkey Nationals winner in the 5-6-1 Whataburger entry. It'll be Kevin Simpson from Flint, Texas. Rounding out the field, should be fun to watch from the tail. It's racing Jason Ingles, the $5,000 winner of the Battle of Boot Hill and your reigning Armadillo Nationals champ. As we say, absolutely murderer's row in this one, and they're 3 wide, nearly trying to go 4 wide there to the center point of the 1 and 2. They'll straighten them out down the max straightaway. Jason Ingles already picks up 3, gets the Walmart special. Look out! Oh, and Jason just ran right into a carnage. Ran right into impact. Stacked restart though here at Lone Star. Limited modified heat race number 2 with Terry Roach on the pole. It'll be up to him to put his foot through the floorboard off of 4. He will. We're underway. They're 2 by 2 by 1 by 2 down the back straightaway. Ingles, just like the original start, picks up 3 and grabs the Walmart special. Flint Texan of Kevin Simpson drove it in deep to the inside of Ingles and off of turn number 4. Now Ingles has his crosshairs down to the back deck lid of the 33X of Williams, who's to the outside of the 20 of Brent Tidwell for 4th. Alex Williams rocking and rolling around the high banks tonight, but Tidwell feeling it and feeling good. Brent Tidwell will get disposed of there. Off of turn number 4 down the boulevard, leading the way, sitting a torrid pace. Casey Kuykendall. Casey Kuykendall has never won here at the Lone Star Speedway. That's 3 wide right there, mid-pack. Jason Ingles splitting the gap. Nice move. The Flint Texan make it interesting as well. 3 IRPs right there for 5th, 6th, 7th. Great race there, mid-pack. Down the front straightaway, Alex Williams trying to separate himself and run away from that trio. The former 26 car, oh my, Braden Dawson. They're 3 wide once again. Here comes the Joker, Jason Tyner. And here they go, 3 wide again. The Whataburger car is making a triple cheeseburger off of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, Brent Tidwell says, I like it, I love it, and I want some more of it. And a slight job there in the 1 and 2. Good racing mid-pack. It doesn't always have to be for the race lead to get you fired up. That's good stuff. Ingles disposes of the 20 at Tidwell. The Joker, Jason Tyner, trying to find something and pull in the 5-6-1 of the Flint Texan racer, Kevin Simpson as well. Kuykendall out front setting a torrid pace. He has separated himself by nearly an entire straightaway in this one. As Terry Roach still holds on to 2nd, being pressured by the 26 of the Express race car, formerly owned by Braden Dotson out of Texarkana. Braden Dotson won in that car several times in his career, but got out of the sport. And good to see Gary Stuckey back in the sport as he began his race career back in 2011. Down the front straightaway, Kuykendall way out front on his lonesome. So off of turn number 4, David Corbello going to show him a face full of checkered flag. Casey Kuykendall in 99 wins it by a straightaway. Terry Roach going to come across and hold on to 2nd in the 4. Gary Stuckey, driving the former car owned by Braden Dotson, brings the 26 home in 3rd. That's all I'll say about that for right now. Out of El Paso to the outside is Chad Falco in the 43, making the long haul here tonight. Danny Ville in the 5X out of Princeton, Texas. Outside, Manuel Williams Sr., big man. Inside of row number 3, the 94, Colt McDonald from Central Louisiana. Rick Henry in the 99 Junior. Wait, that isn't... Sorry, Larry Fears in the 11 as they're 2 by 2. Winnigan, Chris Hennigan out of Marshall, Texas. Oh, 3 wide pass off of 4. Winnigan, Hennigan. Won here 3 times a year ago in his MB Custom, swapping over to an IRP. And he'll dispose of Robert Taylor down the back straightaway in 16. He'll go to 2nd. Crosshairs down to the back deck lid of the El Paso Texan to the 43 at Chad Falco for the race lead. Here comes Winnigan Hennigan. living up to his moniker tonight. Hennigan's going to go to the outside, right to the center. Hello, goodbye, see you later. Sit down and take a seat, Chad Falco, Chris Hennigan to the race lead. Hennigan won in his Ingalls Racing Performance Chassis Modified debut at the Boot Hill Speedway 2 Saturday nights ago. Sat on the front row for the 2001 Mod Freedom 30 at the Timberlawn Speedway, as he is setting a blistering pace out front in 16. From 6th to the lead in less than 3 laps for Hennigan. The third generation Hennigan racer is down the front boulevard. 1,300 reasons to go to victory lane tonight here at Lone Star. What a battle with Robert Taylor. Larry, who has no fears, in the 11. The 75 of K-Daddy, Cal Taylor. Throw a blanket on him right now. Falco still has second. What a race for third. They're 30 wide off of turn number 4. K-Daddy gonna fit it to the outside. Hello, Robert Taylor. Robert Taylor gonna keep honest to the 75 of K-Daddy, Cal Taylor. They're still 3 wide down the back straightaway. Who says you can't race 3 wide around the Lone Star Speedway? They're still 3 wide through 3 and off of turn number 4. Larry Fears around the hub. Here comes Manuel Williams. Lil Man, Manuel Williams the second. Who's got it rolling and rolling now, that Bandit race car. 9 wins and 10 starts in 2017. For the driver out of Falk, Arkansas, who goes door to door there, disposes of Larry Fears with the white flag, and Hennigan is gone with the wind. As I say, the keys have been on the counter. He's checked out of the La Quinta Inn and Suites. The 16 of the Panel Trust CNC Oilfield Services. Chris Hennigan wins it again. Heat race victory at Lone Star. He'll be on the front row tonight. The 75, K-Daddy Kyle Taylor, second. The El Paso Texan, Chad Falco, third. Outside of Doug Burns, it'll be the 12 of racing Jason Ingalls. Ingalls on the Metco Tools by Bradley, East Texas Equipment. Ingalls Racing Performance, PTS power number 12. Jonathan Mitchell, or the Catman, John Mitchell, the Healthcare Express, WW Timber number 5. Billy Jack Bruchin from Gladewater and Manuel Williams. Big man in 24, the lights are out. Here we go. So it's Mason Williams as they are door to door in a 1 and 2. The kid, Todd Clampett, got to get the whole shot down the back straightaway with a race lead. Ingalls up to third off of 4, disposing of the Catman, John Mitchell, who's around the hub in 5. Billy Jack up to top 5 in 78. How about the young man, the kid, Todd Clampett from Henderson, Texas. Driving the Soapy King, number 10, GRT off of 4, 10 with a race lead. Something special is this young man that resides out of Henderson, Texas, as the caution flag will wave. Keep your eyes on the Catman, John Mitchell in this one. And the Kaiser Manufacturing, Kenneth High Performance. Healthcare Express, WW Timber number 5. Off of 4, we're underway here at Lone Star. Racing Jason to the inside of Denny Gabar. Off to talk about these 2 guys are the 2 winningest drivers at Lone Star Speedway. Oh, Mason Williams into the wall off the exit of 2. He hit it hard. He looks like he may have broke the front end. As Ingalls around Gabar into 1. Todd Clampett out front. Todd Clampett, this is what impresses me from this young man. Sure, let's say he starts outside of row number 4 and comes all the way up and takes a win. That's you could say more impressive, but it's equally impressive to start on the front and hold serve, knowing you got the likes of Ingalls, Gabar, and Catman, John Mitchell, who actually crossed underneath the stripe of the checkers here at Lone Star at a USMTS race, and thought that he may have got his first ever USMTS victory. However, was not deemed your winner that night. Everybody already knows the story by now. No reason for me to speculate or informate. But John Mitchell says, spec before check. He goes all the way up to 81 Speedway, Wichita, Kansas, gets himself a major USMTS victory. But Wichita, Kansas, not only just 3 weeks later, Cade Dillard inherited that USMTS win here that night. The Roebling racer got his 8th USMTS win of the season. The white flag waves for the 16-year-old Ty Clampett in a 1. That kid is bad, and he's bad fast. Out front in 10 for the final time in the turn number 3. And his 8-lap affair. Blistering his competition, separating himself. The 16-year-old from Henderson, Texas, Ty Clampett's going to be Maybe your outside pole sitter. We will do a top 8 redraw tonight. Racing Jason second. Denny Gabar third and 15. Catman. I wonder if that's actually Chase. I'll double check. Lights are going to go out. We are underway. A little bit of slight contact there on the start. As we head off in the one the first time, throwing an elbow into 1 and 2 is the 5X of Danny Veal on the 24, a big man. He may not like that too much, but what's he going to do about it? We'll see. So Danny Veal trying to come up to the front in this one, rise to the occasion. As his sight set on the 79 to settle, and will try to move into the second spot. Not able to do so to this point, but he's working hard for it right now, hatting all kinds of loose down the back straightaway. Yellow Colt McDonald around into 1 and 2. It'll draw the caution with 2 to go. Danny Veal been working on Randall Settle the entire race. Oh, and they make contact there off of 2. Randall Settle makes contact with Veal there. They made contact earlier in this race as well. Final trip around the 3/8 mile here in Kilgore tonight. Donnie Powers led every lap of this 8-lap affair in heat race number 3, the third and final modified heat of the night. I believe Veal has had the best car in this. It'll be interesting to see who's turned the best lap time in this entire race. So the top 4 transferred to this B main for the factory stocks as well. Alex Williams, the Kilgore Texan Alex Williams, I was talking about earlier, got his first ever main event win over at the Rose Bowl Speedway 2 Saturday nights ago. A young man looking good in 6. Travis Weatherford, who I was talking about earlier, has been racing a lot down in South Texas, holds on to 2nd. T. Ray Burkett in 3rd. Alex Williams out front all on his lonesome in this one in 6. The top 4 transfer to the main event. Jason Phillips in the 29, the car out of the show in this 5-car affair. Half in. Gonna wrap up the other 50% portion of this event. Alex Williams looking to hold serve from the drop of the green flag and lead every lap and go right on to the main event as they're door-to-door for 2nd off of turn number 4. Weatherford making contact there with T-Ray. T-Ray going to throw the slider there into the 1 and 2. Weatherford tries to cross underneath. T-Ray with a big push that time. Weatherford not able to get back underneath the 333, and he'll separate himself by a car length at a midpoint of 3 and 4. White flag out for the Kilgore Texan, Alex Williams in 6. T-Ray Burkett may have the best car on the racetrack, but it will not matter. Leading every lap of this one from the drop of the green flag, and he'll get a face full of checkered flag for his effort. The 6 from Kilgore of Alex Williams. T-Ray Burkett will come across the stripe second, Weatherford third. And Royce Jones out of Troop, Texas takes the Panel Trust sponsored 07 to the 4th and final track. At all the area Arclatex tracks at a Falcon, it'll be Justin Converse. I'm interested to see how this is going to pan out. As dominant as Franklin was in his heat, Converse very good as well. This should be fun. Riley Matthews in 85. Tommy Gooden outside in 13. Clint Coleman inside of 3 in the 113. Michael Smith in 27. Shayna Clark in the 777 as their door-to-door for the race lead. The 27 or the C49 of Justin Converse from Falk, Arkansas. Got to come off of turn number 4 across the stripe, and he'll lead lap number 1 of this main event. Should be 15 laps the distance as Michael Smith goes way up top. Trying to find some dig up top. Higher than Willie Nelson on the cross-country tour there in the 1. Franklin slammed the door shut. And the 27 nearly grazes the wall. Smith gets it ironed back out. Tommy Gooden tried to show him some love to the inside, came up short. So Franklin riding second to Justin Converse, your leader early in this one. Once again, 50-50 tickets are still for sale tonight. We'll draw for that, I imagine, after this first or second feature. And the $20 raffle tickets for the IRP Make-A-Wish Foundation IRP raffle car that will be given away on September 9th at the Southern Sport Mod Nationals are still for sale as well, as they are door-to-door for second off the exit of corner number 2, headed down the back chute. Michael Smith giving Franklin all he's worth here for the second spot into turn number 3. Justin Converse running away and hiding from the competition. He's got a nearly half a straightaway advantage over Franklin in the 0-1, who now crosses the stripe. Michael Smith, that battle for second is kind of panned out there. Franklin's able to stretch it back out on the 27. A little bit of a bobble there off the exit of 2. Smith's able to close up the gap by a few car lengths. Back here for the 5th spot. They're all over the place. You can throw a quilt right now. Over 5th back to about the 9th spot. Rogers in the 14R leads that battle. The 85 of Riley Matthews there. Door-to-door in the 1 and 2. And driving that car up the hill off the exit 2. They go 3 wide contact. Tommy Good, look out. That was a hard hit, it appeared. But hard to tell from this vantage point with the water truck kind of blocking the view there. I tell you, 9 complete. It'll be 6 laps to go here on the restart. Justin Converse from Falk, Arkansas has led every lap from this one from the outside front row. He'll try to lead the final 6 that count the most. Here we go. Winding down the laps, the center of the hourglass is ticking away for the rest of the competition to hunt down C49 of Converse, who's been the class of the four-cylinder division here tonight at Lone Star. Franklin's been able to hold on to the second spot for the entirety of this one. He's had to drive the wheels off of that 0-1 machine to get the job done, but it's not yet complete. He's got comers, the 27 once again of Michael Smith, and Rogers has thrown his hat into the ring and makes himself a player here. As they're door-to-door for second down the back straightaway, a little bit of contact down the back straightaway at the midpoint. Franklin holds on to it. A nice save by Josh Franklin, just a little bit of slight contact though, as they're 3 wide for second. They're momentarily there off of turn number 4 with a white flag waving in front of the face of the C49 of Justin Converse. Final trip down the back chute for the C49. The battle for second was great. While it lasted, they're still going at it for third. Off of turn number 4 from Falk, Arkansas. Back-to-back Saturday night victories for Justin Converse and C49. Michael Smith comes across second at 27. The great state of Texas in a different victory lane for the driver of the C49 out of Falk, Arkansas. He typically finds himself here at Lonestar Speedway. Please give him a big round of applause for Justin Converse in C49. Well, Justin, I told the fans earlier I wasn't sure. I think this was maybe your first or second ever trip here. Number 1, first ever trip. Last weekend you went at Boot Hill in your second ever trip over there. What is it about this four-cylinder division, man, that you seem to have figured out over the rest of your competition?
Man, I guess I'd have to say it'd be the 5-year experience.
The 5-year experience. This class just a recent addition around the Arklatex. Great racing there. I wasn't sure. Franklin was pretty dominant in his heat. You were dominant in yours, so I was sure he was going to get the whole shot. It seemed like that outside line really paid fruition for you on the start of this race.
Yeah, it worked out real well. Those last 5 laps, I don't know what was happening. It was spitting and sputtering going in the turns and coming out the turns. I was like, oh, just hold on just a little bit longer. You
had no idea how sizable an advantage you had out front, though, did you?
No idea.
It was nearly about a straightaway. It's pretty good. You said it was spitting and sputtering. I couldn't tell, couldn't hear it. But, of course, man, I want to give you an opportunity to thank all the folks that helped you get here.
Mudbones Restaurants, TWA Truck Wash and Chrome Shop in Mandeville, my wife, my kids, Brewer Construction, Kids Paint Body, Andy Powell, Manuel Williams helped out tonight. My right rear hub bearing was bad, and I needed a certain tool, and nobody had one. And I went over there to the little man, and he said, "Yeah, I got one. Let me help you out." And he helped us get it fixed. If it wouldn't been for him, I probably would have lost the right rear wheel.
I'll make this real quick. I don't want to make too much about it, but last night, you feel a little bit of sense of revenge or redemption. You didn't give it to the kid, I don't think, but one of the best finishes, 0.003 of a second. You come up short last night after leading the majority of the main event over at Timberline. A 12-year-old Jacob Jones got the best of you there at the end of the race. You feel a little sense of redemption. And what a race that was, too.
It was a good race. A little story. Before that, we were talking. He was like, "Man, if we get side by side for a checker, you gonna let me win?" I said, "Buddy, you're gonna have to earn it. I ain't gonna give you nothing. It won't feel right if I let you have it." But he earned it. I give it to him.
He definitely earned it, man. You earned this one tonight, though. No problem for you tonight, Justin. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Justin Converse, ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big round of applause. Riding to us tonight all the way from Falk, Arkansas. Lights go out. 20 laps, $1,300 on the line. Dwayne Pace on the pole. Here we go. Who's going to get the whole shot into the one? It's going to be JoJo Wilhelm at 47X. JoJo going to run it to the outside. Here comes Dwayne Pace. Oh, look out. We got trouble around Mazzell. Around the 44 of Langley and the 24 of Bo Perry as well. And Ricky Ingalls appears to have problems. And he limps the 81 down the back straightaway. Ricky Ingalls also having some trouble there. Inside of 4 with Derek Lewis outside. The lights are going to go out. 20 laps the distance. 1,300 to win. Original restart. Dwayne Pace going to smash the loud pedal off of 4 and 43. We are back underway on your second restart of this event. Wilhelm gets a good start into 1 and 47. They're 2 by 2 by 2. 3 wide. Back there with the 98 of Lewis, the 91 of the 70 of Chop. Oh, around goes Alex Williams at 6. Williams around, facing the wrong direction. He will not get it refired, it doesn't appear, and we may get caution, and we will. So the lights are back out. 20 laps. Let's try this again, race fans. Dwayne Pace and JoJo Wilhelm on the front row. Billy Mazzell, Paul Lopez, Billy Joe Bruchin, and Cameron Furr. Here we go. JoJo gets an equal good start like he has the first 2 times. And a 1. They're going to go doodle over the race lane. 3 wide off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Cameron Furr stuck his nose into the mix. He thought better of it. Down the back straightaway, so doodle over the race lead. Side by side through 3 and 4. Dwayne Pace to the inside of the 47. JoJo going to lead lap 1 in 47X. JoJo leads lap 1 in 47X tonight. Dwayne Pace drives it in deep to his inside. Derek Lewis done. He's off the pace of 98. Down the back straightaway, Dwayne Pace not going to give this win to the 47X of Wilhelm tonight. He's going to have to earn it each and every circuit. Wilhelm, kind of a newcomer to this factory stock division, but he has been good since sitting behind the cockpit of this laser race car. And here comes Pace to the inside for the race lead. He's got it. Down the back straightaway, Dwayne Pace going to take over the race lead at 43. Dwayne Pace taking over the race lead. Wilhelm falls back to second. He'll look to take back the top spot, but he's got a tall task ahead. Many trips to victory lane here at the Kilgore Oval on the high banks here at Lonestar for driver 43 out of Henderson for Dwayne Pace, the multi-time track champion. And hey, I won't call it right now, but stepping to the outside of the young man, the 17-year-old, off of 4. Here comes Chop. Pork Chop Chamberlain trying to throw some seasoning up top. And just lost the position into the 5 of Lopez. Pork Chop not complacent. Will put the car where everybody else seemingly will not run on the racetrack. But it cost him on that last time around. So Dwayne Pace with a 2.5 or 3 car length advantage through turn number 3. Once Pace was able to get back around Wilhelm, he's been able to stretch that advantage out by now about 4 car lengths into 3. As here comes Billy Mazzell. If Billy Mazzell can get to second and pick his lane, if we get a caution on a restart, he'll be a major factor. He's the fly in the ointment tonight. Billy Mazzell, never can count him out. Been a little while since he's made a trip here to Victory Lane at the Lonestar Speedway, but like I said, he's had minimal amount of starts this season, a little bit of contact with Williams and a good friend of his in the 215 of Evans there through 3 and 4. And Alex Williams is around for the second time in this race. As Dwayne Pace is the one to beat right now on this one. JoJo or Billy Mazzell may have something up their tricky sleeve. Here we go. Heading off into 1 and 2, it's hot and heavy. Here comes Billy Mazzell. Billy Mazzell going to roll to the back deck lid of the 43 for the race lead. Billy Mazzell, one of the best to ever do it since he got back into racing after a pretty long hiatus, has been a major threat week in and week out. I've always been told, if you got it, you don't lose it. And he's had it. May put his fire suit on one leg at a time, just like each and every other competitor, but he gets it pretty honest. So he'll take the M50 heavy haul to the bridesmaids' honors in this one as JoJo Wilhelm will fade back to 3rd and 47X. Off of turn number 4 down the front boulevard. Cameron Furr putting the pressure on JoJo Wilhelm for 3rd. Cameron Furr trying to rise to the occasion here and get himself a top 3 finish tonight. A place for his brother Colton Furr has won here in his career. Pork Chop going to step to the outside of the 1 star and take that spot. So while Cameron Furr was flexing his muscle, is sizing up the 47X, here comes Chop. Oh my. Pork Chop Chamberlain making a few power moves there. He tried to get 2 for the price of 1 on that lap. Could not get the job done. Wilhelm holds serve and holds on to that third spot for the time being, but for how long? Great battle for the third spot, and Billy Mazzell is knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth right now. And Cameron Furr all over the back deck lid of the 70 of Pork Chop Chamberlain, as Chamberlain's to the inside of Wilhelm. They're going to go 3 wide for third off the exit of corner number 4. Give it up to the 17-year-old Cameron Furr, driving a great race tonight. Just as he did last week into the hill for some bad luck. As they're door-to-door for third still, Wilhelm holding off the charge from Pork Chop Chamberlain. Kenneth Chamberlain not able to get around Wilhelm. And Furr trying to capitalize on those guys going door-to-door, as it should be 5 to go. 4.5 laps to go. It'll be 4 to go this time by off of turn number 4 for the 43 at Dwayne Pace. Can he hold on, race fans? Billy Mazzell is stalking and hawking his tail tank right now. Sorry, that time it was 5 to go, shown from David Corbello. 5 phalanges in the air. 50-50 tickets are still for sale. The young lady's making her way here to the grandstands. If you'd like a 50-50 ticket, just raise your hand. She'll come and serve you one. $1 a piece, I believe, 6 for $5. Mazzell driving in deep to the back bumper to the 43 for the race lead. Can he get the job done, race fans? It's going to be exciting coming down to the wire. Tick-tock goes the race clock. It's going to be 3 to go this time by. Mazzell's going to try to find a lane on the low side of the Lonestar Speedway. Comes up short once again. Pace still holds on to the race lead. 2 wily veterans out front, running away from the rest of their competition. Setting a torrid pace out front, the 43 and the 50. Going to settle the score between themselves. Who's it going to be tonight? Which very well respected wily veteran racer is going to find themselves in ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane? In the 1, Mazzell going to pull all the way to the back deck lid of the 43. Pace feels the pressure now. Mazzell going to give him a shot in the shorts. Just a little slight shot. He'll give him another one. A bump and run to the inside. Here comes Mazzell with the white flag coming out this time by. That killed the momentum just a little bit down the front straightaway for the 50 of Mazzell. In the 1 and 2 for the final time. Down the back straightaway approaching turn number 3. As Cameron Furr going to take the third spot maybe from Wilhelm. Final time in the turn number 3. A great race from the drop of the green flag. Your winner back in ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane goes to the 43 at Dwayne Pace in 43. Center Garrett Construction Panel Trust number 43. Long-time racer here at Lone Star. Many trips here to Victor Lane. No stranger to Victor Lane. Yep. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Dwayne Pace at 43. Hey, Dwayne climbed the fence like Tony Stewart. This is awesome. No, Lone Star, really. Give it up for Dwayne Pace. Y'all can do better than that, man. I tell you, that was an outstanding race. Settling the score between 2 wily veterans. You and Billy Mazzell, who I imagine have a lot of respect for one another.
And JoJo Wilhelm.
And JoJo, absolutely. I wasn't going to forget about him. I was just talking about the latter part of that race. I know you had to feel that little slight shot in the tail tank. He wasn't going to rough you up, but he definitely let you know that he was there.
Hey, that's what he's supposed to do. We race good together, and I just enjoy all your fans coming out tonight and watching the fireworks, and finally my dry spell is over.
Let's say, man, how does it feel to get back here to Victor Lane? You know, it's I'm sure at this point in your career, not calling you an old guy, by the way, at this point in your career, though, after so much success, many trips here to Victor Lane, I'm sure at this point, you know, so swapping over these new rules, the factory stock stuff, after so many pure stock victories over the year with the treaded tires, something you kind of had to readapt to. I'm sure you relish each and every one of these victories like it's your last one.
Well, I'm 53, and I was like, I don't guess I got another one in me, but I'd like to get one more before I hang it up. But oh man, this is probably better than the first one.
And $1,300 too tonight. I mean, that's got to be a major shot in the arm for this race team. Definitely help some expenses, and not sure what your plans are next week, but you'd be a threat over there as well for $7 grand.
And my mom and my dad is the first time that they come this year, and my wife and my stepdaughter and my niece, and they ain't been all year, and they finally come tonight, and I got to win. So, and Corey, my nephew.
Well, Dwayne, I know you got a lot of fans here, man. No doubt about it. Any particular sponsors and folks you want to thank?
Young Truckins for sure, and Panel Trust, Soapy King, Shoot. Man, I ain't been in the winter circle so long I don't even know what to say.
It's been a couple years. I think the last time me and you actually were down here, but it doesn't, hey, you never lost it, man, and I guarantee you it wasn't the last one. You got many more to come. I'm sure this gives you a lot of confidence going forward for the rest of the year.
And if I win again, I'm going to climb up on the fence because I may not be too old to climb up there next time.
I appreciate an awesome moment. Can you do it? You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was kidding, but no, go ahead. Climb that fence, man. I know I couldn't do it. Hey, 53 years old, folks, and he's a kid again right now. He thinks it may be his last win at Lone Star. Please give a big round of applause to one of the very well-respected racers here at Lone Star Speedway history. Dwayne Pace gets your main event win for the factory stocks for $1,300. Singles in 81, Casey Kuykendall. Kelly Lucky in 14. The lights are out. We're going 20 laps. Here we go, $1,300 win for your limited modified main event. And a one for the first time. Oh, around goes Williams. Gary Stuckey had nowhere to go and tapped the left rear quarter panel and sent the 33X around. So it's going to be Gary Stuckey and Nate Gaines now from the front row. Stuckey puts his foot through the floorboard. We are underway. 20 laps, $1,300 to win. Brent Tidwell in the wall. It's a race, so if you're hanging around waiting on that, you hold me to it. Oh my. Although I'm not in charge, but we will draw it after this, I imagine. As Gary Stuckey on the loud pedal, we're underway. They're door-to-door for the race lead on the opening lap into 3 and 4. They were 3 wide off the exit of 2, headed down to the back straightaway. Leading lap 1 goes to Nate Gaines in 7. Nate making some gains early in this one, no pun intended. Nate's looking very good. To the inside for 3rd, digging like Daryl Mosley. Going to hold off the 81 of Uncle Ricky Ingles. Ingles folds on the 4th, Kuykendall up to 5th. He set it up in the flag stand. It doesn't kill his confidence, and the Joker, Jason Tyner, hard into the wall there in 3 and 4, gets it ironed back out. And no harm, no foul. We stay clean and green. He makes more contact on the front straightaway with Spud Charlton. Oh my. Here comes Stuck. Gary Stuckey going to pull to the back deck lid of the 7 for the race lead. And Ricky Ingles just had to get on the binders major there, and Kuykendall's going to capitalize with a slide job. He'll take over the 4th spot down the front straightaway. They're side by side down the back straightaway for the race lead. Gary Stuckey, door-to-door with Nate Gaines for the top spot. 2 feature race winners this season at the Rose Bowl Speedway, and the caution is out. Daryl Mosley gets a good restart to the inside of Gary Stuckey here. As Stuckey, though, has that outside line. And that momentum will work to his advantage, but Daryl living up to his moniker. He's digging tonight. Ew, gets cocked a little sideways there, though, off of 4. He'll have to fade back to 3rd. Here comes the Flint Texan. He's in like Flint. Kevin Simpson down the back straightaway with the former Turkey Nationals winner. The 561's rolling to the outside of the Lone Star Speedway. Hello, Ricky Ingles. Goodbye, Ricky Ingles. Sidesteps him, puts him in his hip pocket off of turn number 4. The 561 is rolling. Here comes Gary, who is stuck like Chuck right now around the midpoint of the racetrack. Gary Stuckey looking good tonight. Like I said, just before we went caution, 2 main event winners. Oh, and around goes the Joker. And 3 and 4, and everybody looks to evade him, and they loop 4 cars. And the caution waves. You can call me back if you need to. You can. Kuykendall's got the inside of the restart. Gaines is on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Throwing the green. Six laps scored, 14 to go here at Lone Star. And amazingly enough, the 6 laps that we have ran have been outstanding. If we could go caution free, it would be good too. So Nate Gaines still continues to lead. I called it earlier, the fly in the ointment's the Flint Texan of Kevin Simpson. Kevin's awfully bad fast. Daryl just got way up out of the groove and opened up the door. 81 of Ingles goes by. Here comes Lockie. They're 3 wide. Somehow Jason Tyner is still on the racetrack. And Jason, you might hear this later on Race on Texas, but you hit everything but the pace car in this one, buddy. And they're door once again for the race lead. Gary Stuckey is sawing on it tonight. The teeth are clenched, and he wants a victory here at Lone Star. So Gary Stuckey, like I said, first time I ever saw him sit behind the wheel of a race car, straight over the Boot Hill Speedway in 2011, and an all-black number 42 limited mod as they're door-to-door for the 3rd spot. Kevin Simpson and Kuykendall as they're door-to-door for the race lead as well off of 4. But an outstanding battle ensuing here for the top spot as well as for 3rd. Great battles. 10 in, 10 laps to go. 50% complete here at Lone Star. 10 in, 10 to go. Into turn number 3, Nate Gaines is up to the challenge tonight. If Nate Gaines can hold on, it'll be a major victory for Nate. 1,300 reasons to hold on to the top spot in this one. But Gary Stuckey has other plans. I've said it all race long, and I would like to see some scoring times right now because Kevin Simpson is definitely the fastest car on the racetrack. I don't think there's any question about it. Kevin Simpson is hooked up. Said it earlier, the fly in the ointment, Kevin Simpson may have the best car on the racetrack, but Gary Stuckey has showed and flexed his muscles as well. Nate Gaines has made his car wider than a triple wide trailer and has held that momentum on the outside. We'll see if Stuckey has something or Kevin Simpson can come up and steal a win away as we are back underway. And here comes Stuckey on the inside. Oh, Stuckey, I think he may have clipped the Uke tire. May have not, but it appeared so. Car looked like it kind of jerked up off the exit of 2, but I could very well be wrong from my vantage point. It was hard to tell. Doesn't appear that it's hurt the drive. He's good. He's ready to rock and roll. Gary Stuckey as now Kelly Lockie. The battle for 5th's a good one. The 14 trying to look into the inside of the 81. He slammed the door shut. Ricky Ingles going to slam the door. Here comes Stuckey again. 26 going after 7 for the race lead. The center of the hourglass is ticking away. Tick-tock is the race clock. Kevin Simpson on this restart has not been able to muster up the momentum that he found, but he just drove it deep into turn number 3, making up some ground. He's been so good driving deeper into the corners than it seems that the rest of his competitors have been able to do. For the time that we've been greening this one, as it's 5 phalanges in the face of your driver to the 7 and 8 Gaines trying to get his first win here at Lone Star tonight. Down the back straightaway. Nate Gaines with pressure from the inside of the Kilgore Texan, Gary Stuckey. Gary Stuckey doing everything he can. The former factory stock 50 winner over at Timberlawn Speedway. One of the biggest wins career. A former Longhorn Classic winner. And a former winner at Boot Hill. A night USMTS visited the Greenwood Oval. Stuckey's always found victor lane on significant race nights. And a heck of a driver who, let's be honest, still to this point doesn't have a whole lot of years of experience of racing, but he's a guy who just kind of caught on quick, fast and in a hurry, and can wheel and deal a race car, no doubt about it. And one of the good guys in the sport. He'll go back to the inside for the race lead, comes up short by half of a car length, 2 laps to go. Can Gary Stuckey pull a rabbit out of the hat? Nate Gaines has done a fine job for the entirety of this race for the Tim Abels Trucking, P&W Ironworks, P&W Sales, number 7. Gaines gonna slam it into turn number 3 once again. Gary Stuckey all over him. Smells blood in the water, wants to be the shark here. Oh, he got trouble around Ingles and the Joker Tyner. No. And I guarantee you, Nate Gaines says, I do not want that caution. And you've got a Walmart and a Target parking lot in turn number 3. Green, white, checkered. Who's it going to be? This has been an outstanding race without the cautions. But during green, it's been good. Nate Gaines done everything that he is supposed to do to this point and held off every charge thrown at him from the 26 of Gary Stuckey. Can he hold him off any longer? A good restart by the 5.61 of Simpson. Kevin Simpson with a great restart. Darrell Mosley into the wall there off the exit of 2. Kevin Simpson drives it in deep to the outside of the 26, looking for some bite off the exit of the top side. The white flag is out. Final trip around the speed plant, and Gary Stuckey's there, knocking on the back door. And the 7 again says, I'm not going to let you in. You have to run through me for this victory tonight, Stuck. In the 3 for the final time. Drifting up high. Off of 4. Smashing the loud pedal. First win in Kilgore in 2017. How about it for Nate Gaines in 7? Holding off Gary Stuckey in 26 to grab second, the 5.61 to Kevin Simpson with a great run to third. Casey Kuykendall off 4th in his second ever trip to Lone Star. And in 5th, Kelly
That scared me there.
I tell you what a race. Whenever we were green, a few cautions in that one. It didn't take away from how great that race was during the green. Gary stuck through everything he had. Came up a little bit short. I know you felt the pressure, man. You didn't make any mistakes to give to the 26, though, man. What a run for you tonight, and I know this is well overdue.
Man, I appreciate it. I'd like to thank everybody that come out tonight. My best bud, Gary Stuckey over there. All the sponsors, Southern Transport, P&W Ironworks, the family that puts this race on for the race of Alex, no text and driving. Just make sure everybody knows how important that is, not to text and drive. I mean, it could change your life.
I tell you what, man, we've talked, I told the race fans, you've always been a factor. You've always been fast, but and you can tell me the story, but I can tell you a little bit how that bad luck is just kind of, it's been on your back bumper for too long, and the bad luck biscuit finally fell off the 7th tonight. You had a win at Rose Bowl this year. It seems like the tide is turning for Nate Gaines, man. It's awesome to see you here in Victory Lane, man, because I know how hard you work at this. You never gave up.
Finally, man, I appreciate it. Thank the good Lord above, too.
Absolutely. I'll give you an opportunity to thank all the sponsors and anybody else you'd like to thank to help you out.
Yeah, P&W Sales, P&W Ironworks, Tim Abel's Trucking, JCT Auto, Ingalls Racing Performance, Mullins Race Engines, Southern Transport. First and foremost, Southern Transport helps out more than anything.
You're able to battle with Stuckey, so this is one of those races that, obviously you're never going to forget.
Yes, sir, absolutely. We appreciate it.
First one ever here in Kilgore, Texas. Give it up for folks for Nate Gaines in 7. Little man Manuel Williams the second out of Falk, Arkansas. The Catman, John Mitchell. And the Healthcare Express, Kaiser Manufacturing, WW Timber number 5. The lights are out, 20 laps, 1,300 to win. Here we go. Oh, they get in there a little hot and heavy, door to door for the race lead. Jason Ingalls nearly got the whole shot. Kyle Taylor gonna fire a bullet in turn 3 to the outside of Ingalls. Look out, Todd Clampett, way up top. Todd Clampett lost the handle there a little bit and lost 2 spots. They're door for the race lead in the 1 and 2. Kyle Taylor gonna surrender the top spot to Jason Ingalls. Here comes Winnigan, Chris Hennigan. And K-Daddy just drove that car deep into turn 3. Look at Kyle Taylor, the caution flag waves. David Corbella throws the green, we're back underway. Oh, Todd Clampett drove it in deep to the inside of Jason Ingalls. Here comes the Winnigan Hennigan. Hennigan always ready to pounce and take advantage of a mistake by his competitors. Not able to do so, though. He was right there to capitalize, just was not able to get the job done. Jason Ingalls going to power back to the outside of the young man out of Henderson. Todd Clampett there. Here comes Jason back to the inside of K-Daddy for the race lead. They're door-to-door for the top spot. Please stay green. Please stay green. Into 3. Ingalls going to use the hub. Oh, Ingalls lost some side bite there, and it turns around Hennigan as he made contact with the 10 of Clampett, and Denny Gabar is going to capitalize. Oh, my goodness. You had a log jam there off of corner number 4 down the front straightaway. And the benefactor is Denny Gabar and Donnie Powers. Chris Hennigan doesn't like it too much, and around Colton McDonald in 94, and the caution's gonna have to wave. Oh, Kyle Taylor did not get going on the restart. They go 3 wide on the start. Jason Ingalls gonna capitalize, and the 60-year-old Todd Clampett tried to as well as they went 3 wide. And look at Falco trying to avoid the Ute tire, drops all the way up to the inside of it into 1 and 2. So Ingles going to inherit the top spot. Oh my goodness, caution's back out. K-Daddy Cal Taylor's on the loud pedal. We're backing away, and wow, it must have went back to the last completed lap. I thought Ingles had gotten the top spot, but apparently he did not come across the stripe and complete a lap after doing so. So K-Daddy's mistake will be given back. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, that we can get this one in with no more pesky caution laps. Because I believe Ingles has got something up his sleeve. And oh, K-Daddy just pushed big time there off of 2. I actually thought he broke, but he ironed the car back out and smashed the loud pedal and was able to separate himself from Ingles once again. Just a little mistake there. You can't give many mistakes with 12 nipping at your heels. Cal does that again. Jason Ingles is going to take full advantage. So right now, your top 5 should be 5 laps, or 5 scored, 15 to go, I believe, this time. 75 of Cal Taylor, still your race leader. Ingles second. Ty Clampett rides third. A good run for the young man out of Henderson. As well, Donnie Powers in 6, his teammate, if you will. Denny Gabar, an early benefactor of a mishap by Hennigan to the 10 of Clampett. And the 12 of Ingles rides back in 5th with, and Hennigan 6th. 7th is Danny Ville out of Princeton, Texas. Manuel Williams is 2nd, is 8th. 9th is the Catman John Mitchell. 10th is 79 of Randall Settle. So back off into 3 and off of 4, the 75 of K-Daddy Cal Taylor with the race lead. Ingles not able to do anything with or size up the 75 on this green flag run. One slow off the exit at corner number 2. He will not get out of harm's way. The caution's going to wave. All right, well, it's the 23rd now. Thank you, Miss Suze. Jason Ingles trying to repeat history 3 years later, and Kyle Taylor says, I don't know about all that business. As Kyle Taylor won a main event here back in the 2015 season. That was the closest he had been to Victor Lane when he returned back to racing, and that great restart by Winnigan Hennigan. Hennigan having a rebound from that mishap earlier in the race. Not his mishap and his doing, and to do everything he could to avoid getting into a fender bender out of his doing. Here comes Ingles to the inside, and here comes Winnigan Hennigan trying to put the IRPs up front. Here comes Ingles' racing performance to the front. Hennigan just drove that car deep. If he'd have been driving it that deep into 1 and 2, I'd have said he almost ended up on I-20. Let's see. Hennigan's got the best car on the track right now. I don't think there's much doubt about it. And he's about to tell his chassis builder, hey, how you doing, good friend? I'll see you later. But Jason Ingles is not the winningest driver at this racetrack over the last 6 years for any reason. And he's not just going to let Hennigan live up to his moniker and go right by and win again. And not only that, he's going to have to deal with K-Daddy Cal Taylor if he can get there. So it's still Ingles holding off Hennigan with K-Daddy Cal Taylor. Your race leader to the caution is back out. So here we go. K-Daddy's driven a flawless race at this point. A good restart by Winnigan Hennigan. Five laps to go. And Hennigan's to the inside of Ingles there for second. Hoping this one goes green. Look at Jason Ingles go way up top. He wanted to try to split the 75. He and Hennigan kind of teammates now, if you will. They make contact down the front straightaway. Chris Hennigan on here at second. Hennigan to the inside. I'll tell you, if Chris Hennigan pulls a rabbit out of the hat tonight, You can't say anything more about the talent that this driver has instilled in him since he was a youngster. And we're starting to see what his kid Dustin's made of, as well as he won his 8th race in a mini wedge kart last night at the Timberline Speedway. Here comes Jason Ingles, power to the outside. Kid Daddy Kyle Taylor gets disposed of. Jason Ingles now to the race lead. History looking like it's going to repeat itself unless Hennigan can go by. Hennigan's going to try to the inside of the 75. 2 laps to go, this time by at the flag stand. In a great race. In every race tonight, whenever we've been able to go green, Hennigan's to the inside of K Daddy. If Hennigan were able to clear the 75 of Taylor, he would have something for Ingles, but Ingles is loving that side-by-side battle behind him. He doesn't have a rear view to know it, but it's allowing him to stretch that margin out as Hennigan now able to go by. But the final trip down the back straightaway is going to no, it's not going to repeat history. Kyle Taylor's going to go to third, but Hennigan drives back to second. 1 and 2 for IRP, racing Jason back to victory lane. Chris Hennigan with a solid performance tonight after he fell all the way back to 7th early in this one. Kyle Taylor with a valiant performance in 3rd. The kid Todd Clamp at 4th. Denny Gabar 5th. When that race was green, it was surely a fun one to watch. Kyle Taylor was doing everything he could to keep you at bay, man, and finally you were able to power to the outside, and I know you felt Chris Hennigan there too in the late going. That was certainly, like I told the race fans, a fun race to watch. I'm not sure how you thought about it there in the late going.
Yeah, I knew with Chris there, it was going to be tough. I just decided I was fixing to go for it on the outside of him if I could, pull it off. If not, I figured I'd lose a spot, but it worked out tonight.
Whenever you lost I don't want to say side by, but you lost traction there in the middle of 3 and 4 early in this race, kind of cost Chris. He fell all the way back to 7th, and I'm sure you didn't know that. You don't have rear view mirrors in this thing, but did you expect the car to kind of come on the way it did late in the going? Because it seemed like you kind of had your hands full earlier in the race.
Yeah, I got a run on him, and I got in there low on that bottom, and the rubber's up there in the upper groove, and I just got in there too hot down low. I figured I'd mess somebody up behind me. I hate it was Chris, but that's racing.
Mazzell talked about Alliance. We talk about you and Chris. Chris winning his IRP debut at Boot Hill not long ago. Had an outstanding heat race performance tonight. For him to drive all the way back up to 2nd, man, I know this has got to thrill you tonight to put these IRP race cars 1 and 2 in the modified ranks.
Yeah, 1-2. I knew if he got up there, he's going to be tough to beat. He's one of the best drivers in this part of the country, and I knew it was going to be tough. I'm glad the race ended.
It was. I wasn't sure it was ever going to end, but I told the fans all night in every single race, the factories, the limiteds, Nate Gaines getting that win, Dwayne Pace. Every race was outstanding tonight, and guys were overdue for victories. When we were green, the racing was outstanding, and I don't think you could contest to that. And we'll give you obviously an opportunity to thank all your sponsors, Jason.
Yeah, congratulations, Nate Gaines. It was good to see him win that. Always good to see a first-time winner at this track. I'm glad he was able to pull it off. Got to thank East Texas Hauling and Rigging, IRP Race Cars, Mr. Plummer, DK Powder Coating, PTS Motors, East Texas Plating, and Race on Texas. Thank them for covering us.
You got a big, I'll say you, I was about to ask, there's 7,000 on the line next week. You typically find yourself in a ride. Do you have a ride for next weekend's event over there in Greenwood?
No, I ain't got nothing yet, so, we'll see. So we'll see how it goes.
If you need a wheel, man, he was 2nd to the 5,000 win Cajun Classic. Congratulations to you on a good win tonight, Jason.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you all the fans for coming out, and thanking y'all for sticking it out as long as you did.
Might as well get the good out of it. One more thing here. I told the fans history was about to repeat itself. 3 years ago to today's date, on July the 23rd, it's now the 23rd because it's past midnight, you won the main event here. Kyle Taylor finished 2nd, and I thought the roles may have been reversed, and when you got up in front, Chris just passing right at the end. History almost repeated itself.
History always has a way of doing that.
Good omens tonight, Jason Ingles in Victory Lane.